They served me the lawsuit the same day I got the keys to my first home. No warning, no call, just a knock, a manila envelope, and the trembling hand of the process server who said my parents' names out loud like a curse. "You're being sued by your family." I didn't flinch, just nodded, took the envelope, and shut the door, hard. Behind it, silence. No congratulations, no flowers, just the sound of betrayal breathing down my neck. I started working when I was 15, not because I wanted extra cash for video games or prom dresses, because no one else was going to keep the lights on when the emergency fund was funneled into my sister's violin lessons and therapy dogs and yoga retreats. She was gifted, sensitive, too fragile for the real world. I was the real world. Part-time jobs, double shifts, finals week with a mop in my hand and numbers in my head. Never asked for a dime. Paid for my textbooks with rolled quarters. Ate canned beans while she posted brunch photos from Paris. Still, I didn't complain. I thought loyalty was love. I thought they'd see me one day. When I got accepted into university, I didn't tell anyone until the tuition was already paid. Every cent, mine. Scholarships, freelance gigs, teaching assistants. I built my future brick by brick, while they poured every last resource into building my sister's illusion. "Someday she'll thrive," my mom would say. They just needed me to sacrifice a little longer. The turning point? A voice memo. Accidental. 46 seconds long. My sister meant to send it to her friend. She sent it to me. I mean, yeah, they think she's doing all this for herself, but we all know she's just our backup plan. I mean, why else keep her around? Then she laughed. My mother's voice cut in faintly at the end. "She'll be fine. She always is." They laughed again, louder. I listened to it 3 times, then I deleted it. Not because I forgave them, because I had finally heard what I needed to hear, and I didn't want them to know I'd heard it. That night, I started the plan. Cold, clean, clinical. First, credit. I refinanced everything under my own LLC, quietly. Second, separation. Changed my number, locked my socials, rerouted mail. Third, silence. That was the hardest. They begged for check-ins, updates. "How's your new job, sweetheart?" I gave them nothing. I let the distance do the talking. I bought the house after 2 years of planning. Small, simple, beautiful. 1 bedroom, no space for visitors. When I didn't tell them, they took it personally. When I didn't invite them, they took it as war. Turns out, independence is offensive to people who thought they owned you. The lawsuit claimed I stole her future, that my down payment should have gone to her master's program in healing arts, that our parents relied on my success for the good of the family. They said I had a moral obligation to keep giving, like I was a trust fund, not a human being. But here's the thing about moral obligations. They only exist when there's mutual respect. And I ran out of that the night I realized I was just their contingency plan. I lawyered up, not because I thought I'd lose, but because I wanted every page of that countersuit to sting. Defamation, emotional distress, financial harassment. And I filed a motion to freeze any remaining joint accounts. Turns out, my name was still attached to a few. They were planning to drain them soon. I beat them by 6 hours. Court was clinical. My lawyer was brutal. She read their messages out loud. "We need her to think she's doing this for herself. Don't guilt her too hard, just hint at family duty." My sister cried on the stand, said she was misunderstood, said I abandoned her. I looked her in the eyes and said nothing. She flinched anyway. The judge ruled in my favor. Every claim dismissed. Their countersuit? Denied. They lost. Not just the case, but the grip, the illusion, the fantasy they'd built where I existed only to serve them. I moved in the next day. My home smelled like paint and pine and possibility. No lawsuits, no expectations, no one demanding I sacrifice just one more thing. I stood in the center of my living room with a glass of water in my hand and the sun on my face and thought, this is what it feels like to own something. Not just the house, but myself. They haven't contacted me since the ruling, not directly. But I heard through a mutual cousin that my parents are telling everyone I cut them off without reason. Let them. Let them play victim in a story they tried to write for me. I rewrote it. With bricks, with silence, with every step they never saw coming. I wasn't cruel. I was done. There's a difference. People think revenge has to be loud, explosive, final. But mine was quiet, measured.